Welcome back, Physics 30. Somewhere in your binder, you likely have this sheet, which I haven't really mentioned yet until now. Matching up a verbal description with a graph. This is going to kind of lend itself to the next booklet we're going to be looking at, the average and instantaneous acceleration one. So going through this one, notice these are all position time graphs, and all the descriptions here are talking about velocity. So if you recall, the slope of a position time graph, the slope gives velocity. So that is true in all these. So whenever it's talking about constant positive velocity, think of velocity as slope. Exchange the word velocity for slope, and you'll do fine with that. So an object that is moving with a constant positive velocity, that's constant positive slope. So if we look at all these graphs, constant positive slope, that would be this one right here. So that would be the graph that matches that description there. Constant positive slope, constant positive velocity. This one, an object that is moving with an increasing velocity. So it's an increasing slope. So it's not, like if you look at this graph, no matter which 2 points I pick and figure out the slope of any 2 points, I get the same slope. But in another graph, if I pick different points, I get a high increasing slope, and that is this one right here. If I take a tangent line here, the slope looks like that. If I take the slope of that line, you can see it's increasing positively, and a tangent line up here, it would, well, that's a poor tangent line, but if I was to draw it like that, that's a higher slope yet. So this graph matches the idea of an increasing velocity. Okay? Now next, an object that is stopped for a period of time at the reference point. So it means you're not moving, you're still at your starting position, and I think this graph up here illustrates that. You can see we haven't moved, we're still at our 0 point, time is passing, and we're still at our 0 point. So that graph there matches that description. Next, an object that is stopped for a period of time away from the reference point. So again, time is passing, our position needs to be the same, and we're away from the reference point. So that would be this graph here. Time is passing, I'm still staying at plus 10 meters north, or whatever that in fact is. And of course these last two should match up. An object that is moving toward the reference point with constant positive velocity. So here we're some distance away from our 0 point, but as time passes we're moving in the opposite direction towards our reference point. So that graph corresponds to that. Okay, there you have it. So that's how that matching assignment goes.